Alright, so we're going to be breaking down the UFC 291 pay-per-view card this Saturday in Salt Lake City, Utah. So we'll start in the early prelims and go to the main card. So the first fight in the early prelims is Miranda Maverick versus Priscilla Cachoeira. What do you think about this one?
I think Miranda Maverick's going to win. She's a pretty big favorite in that fight, and I think her previous fight got canceled, right?
I thought Miranda Maverick stepped in for Joanne Wood.
And Joanne Wood,
Yeah, Joanne Wood was supposed to fight Priscilla, and then she went out. Miranda Maverick went in. But yeah, she trains at Elevation already.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could be a good factor for her. I know she's a grappler. I thought last time I checked she was a brown belt. She might be a black belt by now, but last time I checked she was a brown belt. And yeah, she already trains at Elevation, so that's in her favor. And she's 26. Priscilla's 34.
Mm-hmm.
And Priscilla's coming off 2 wins though. Ji-Yeon Kim and Ariane Lipsky. So could be, but she lost to Molly McCann
Right.
by decision. Yeah, what's the odds?
She's a 285 favorite.
Who is?
Miranda Maverick.
Minus 285 plus 240. All right, I'll go with Maverick. What do you think? Decision or finish?
Decision.
I'm gonna go with submission. All right, next fight: Matthew Semmelsberger versus Yoro Smedik. What do you know about these guys? Anything?
I know Matthew Smellsberger. I don't know too much about his opponent.
Let me see if it's his debut or what. No, it says he's moving up to welterweight, so I think he's previously at 155. Let me check his previous fights. Is this his only UFC fight? Or he had one second UFC fight.
Yeah.
First one was a TKO over a year ago. So, and then Semmelsberger coming off a loss to Jeremiah Wells in April. I'm gonna go Matthew Semmelsberger by decision.
Me too.
Okay, next fight. So that was the early prelims. Next fight would be the prelims.
Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers.
Jake Matthews versus Darius Flowers. So it seems like Jake Matthews doesn't fight too often, but he's young. But he just fought recently in December, where he lost to Semmelsberger. And then in June before that, where he beat Andre Fialho. What about Darius Flowers? He's also 28. What's the odds?
He's a 260 favorite, Jake Matthews.
Alright, that's a pretty heavy favorite. I'll go with Jake Matthews.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, next one, Roman Kopolov versus Claudio Ribeiro. Do you know what? I remember watching Roman Kopolov, I think.
Yeah.
What is that, middleweight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He beat Punahele Soriano. I remember that one. By TKO earlier this year. Then he beat Alessio Di Chirico by TKO earlier this year. I think he's 10-2. Who do you got in this one?
I got Roman Kopolov.
Me too. Okay, next fight: CJ Vergara versus Vinicius Salvador.
Which one is it? I see Derek Lewis versus.
Not yet. Oh yeah, actually it's
Which one are you looking?
I'm looking at CJ Vergara versus Vinicius Salvador.
No, mine's Derek Lewis and Marcos Delaney.
Go down, maybe. Scroll down. What the heck? Let me refresh. Okay, it looks like they moved Derek Lewis to the main card. I don't know.
Yeah, they might have because Wonder Boy's out now.
But wasn't Kevin Holland originally on the main card?
Yeah, because he was at the press conference.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
Let me see. So right now it's showing Derek Lewis on the main card and Kevin Holland and Michael Chiesa on the prelims. But I don't think yeah, it's a glitch.
yeah, because mine's not showing neither of them on the prelims.
Yeah, that's a glitch. So they probably since Wonder Boy's off, they probably moved Derek Lewis to the main card. All right.
So CJ Vergara versus Vinicius Salvador.
Yeah, I got Vergara by decision.
Yeah, me too.
All right, next fight. We've got. Next fight we got. Oh yeah, okay. Now it updated for me. Next fight. So this is the last fight in the prelims. Gabriel Bonfim versus Trevin Giles.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel's 14-0. Trevin Giles 16-4. What are the odds on that?
Gabriel Bonfim is negative 340 favorite.
Wow, is this a debut?
No, I don't think so.
Drickus beat Trevin Giles, but other than that, Trevin Giles has been doing good. He beat James Cross. He beat Bavon Lewis.
Was the Dricus beat him at welterweight?
Middleweight.
Oh, so he moved down.
Oh yeah, he moved down. Cause that, and then he beat Roman Dolidze. He beat Louis Kosh, and then he lost to that Michael Morales guy. Let's see. Yeah, it's a welterweight. So he's moving down. His last fight was at welterweight. In March, he got a decision versus Preston Parsons. I don't really know too much on Gabriel. Looks like it's his second fight in the UFC. First fight, he got a first round submission. 49 seconds in. Let's check his what he is. 14-0. He's Brazilian. 11 submissions, 3 KOs, so he's never been to a decision. 100% finish rate. And Trevin Giles, has he ever been submitted? Let's check. He's lost by 2. He's got submitted twice.
I remember Gabriel Bonfim and his brother were on the same.
Oh, you do?
Remember that?
I think now. Yeah, now you mention it. I think I do remember.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bonfim by decision.
I got Bonfim by
Submission.
KO.
Submission. He has 11 submissions. All right. So now that's that was the last fight in the prelims. So now the main card. So it was just announced that Stephen Thompson versus Michel Pereira was canceled. Pereira missed weight by 3 pounds.
I
don't know. What would you do? Would you have taken the fight, kept it, or?
If I was Wonder Boy,
yeah,
I would have kept it.
Yeah, but they said he was screwed in the past by someone that didn't make weight.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, he would have got 30%. I don't know what they get now.
I think it's still 30%.
Yeah, but what does he get paid in a fight?
He doesn't get paid.
So 30% is zero, or how does it work? Do they get the show money? I don't know.
He's not fighting no more.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he doesn't get.
So he gets $0.
Yeah, 0.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. So the first fight now in the
For the show money, you have to like show up.
Yeah, but yeah. All right. First fight tomorrow. The main card is now Kevin Holland versus Michael Chiesa. What do you think? What are the odds?
Kevin Holland's
a
is
slight-
minus 145
slight
favorite.
Slight favorite, so not too much in the odds. Kevin Holland's got a 5.5-inch reach.
Mm-hmm.
Chiesa's 35, Holland's 30. What do you think about the matchup?
I think Kevin Holland is gonna win by TKO.
I think it could be interesting because I think Kiss is better as a grappler. I mean, they say Holland's saying that he hopes to show his grappling, but I think Kiss is better as a grappler. Where does Kiss train? Vegas?
I'm not
Or
sure.
is not Elevation?
Who do you got winning?
I think that's tough because Chiesa knocked. Remember Chiesa when he was fighting Luque, he stung him, or I don't even knocked him down or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was a short fight. It was the first round. Then he got submitted, but his striking is not that bad, as people say. But what do you say, Kevin Holland by
Kevin
TKO?
Holland's grappling isn't as bad as people say either.
Yeah, people don't really say it's that bad. I just think Chiesa's better. What do you think by TKO?
Yeah.
I think Chiesa by decision. What?
um,
You disagree?
next,
All right, next
Bobby
one.
Green versus Tony Ferguson.
What do you think?
I think Tony Ferguson's gonna submit him.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I hope Tony Ferguson wins, but Tony Ferguson was doing freaking good against Michael Chandler, and then that kick, and then he hasn't been. I mean, his last good fight was against. Even the Cerrone fight, he was starting to look
And
slow.
he's been saying he doesn't want to put on a show for the fans, so I'm thinking he's gonna wrestle him.
I don't know. His last fight where he looked really good was against Anthony Pettis, UFC 229. Like, if you watch the replay to that fight, it was like crazy. He was putting a crazy pace. He was throwing elbows, punches, kicks, like inside leg kicks, and he was just pressuring him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Against Cerrone in Chicago, that was his last win. We were there, but he looked like a little slower in that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Cerrone was doing good too, but and then he didn't look the same until, I mean, not the same, but he looked a little better in the first round against Chandler, and then he got that kick,
Yeah.
and then against who was after that? Was it Dariush
After which one?
or just Nate Diaz after the Chandler fight? I think just Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
And that fight, he freaking, I don't know if it was 170 or what, but he can't stand and fight like a technical fight against these guys. He has to do what he's used to doing and pressuring them, putting a pace on, just out toughing them, just being more athletic than them, being unorthodox. If he just stands there in a technical like stand up fight, I think he's gonna lose. But man, he's old now. I hope he wins. Just because I hope he wins, I'll say Ferguson by. Do you think submission?
Mm-hmm.
I think decision. Oh fuck! But I don't know how he'll win a decision. I'll say decision. What do you think? What do you think about Bobby Green?
Well, I think Bobby Green is old.
I mean,
He's
Ferguson's older. Not he's not that old. I mean, I remember watching Bobby Green. We were there in New York when he beat Alaquinta. I think Bobby Green's good with the pressure fighters
Yeah.
because he's good at counter strikes. When they pressure him, that's how he got Aquinta coming in, just backing up, and he did like that Albert Anderson Silva punch,
Uh-huh.
like where he's backing up. But yeah, they're both good fighters. I hope Ferguson wins. All right, what's the odds on that? Wow, big minus 360 for Bobby Green.
Mhm.
Big favorite. All right, next fight.
Derek Lewis versus Marcos Rodrigo de Lima.
What's the odds?
The odds, let me see.
Right there. No.
This is
Minus 215
Mhm.
plus 185. So Derek Lewis is a slight underdog. What do you think about the fight?
I think Derek Lewis is gonna win by KO versus de Lima.
Do you see that weigh-ins?
No.
Derek Lewis's abs are kind of popping out, like you said. I think De Lima is good at striking. He's like quick, but I think Derek Lewis, Derek Lewis gets kicked easily, and I think this guy kicks hard. and often. So he's just got to watch his legs. I think if Derek Lewis hits him like to the body a lot too, he has to do that instead of just
They're the
fixing
same
it.
age.
Yeah, but this guy kicks good, and Derek Lewis gets kicked a lot, like against Gane. I think Derek Lewis needs to protect his legs, go to the body, mix it up, high low, go to the body, go to the head, and I don't think he'll have a problem on the ground. Just I think Derek Lewis is gonna win by TKO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, co-main.
Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira.
What's the? Well,
It's the same.
Well,
same odds.
Pick 'em. Yeah, pick 'em fight. So what do you think's gonna happen?
I think Jan Blachowicz is gonna win by either KO or submission.
Okay. What does he have to do that?
Well, I mean, Alex P gets hit a lot more than people think.
Mm-hmm.
He's always stunned in fights when I watch, and besides Adesanya, he really never fought anyone that was like really good. You know,
Strickland, but it was quick.
it was quick, but Sean Strickland had a stupid game plan, and it depends what Blachowicz if he's gonna.
I think
if
if
he's
he
gonna
fights
wrestle him.
Yeah, I think if he fights him like how he fought Adesanya when Adesanya was coming up to get the double champ, I think he'll win. I think he has to protect his hands up. I mean his legs are rock hard like how he's kicking Ankalaev. I think
And
if he
Rakic.
Yeah, if he kicks Pierre, and also mixes in the grappling because Pereira was tired against Adesanya in the first fight when they were doing all that grappling. I think he can tire him out. He's just got to watch out for that punch. That's it. But any other way, I think. I don't know. Does Blachowicz has good submissions or no?
No. Oh, Blachowicz, yeah, he has. I think he has like 9 submissions, 9 knockouts.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you can maybe submit him if he gets him tired in the third round. Maybe if he grapples him the first two, and in the third round maybe if he gets him down, I think he can submit him. He just has to watch himself. He gets kicked too, but he could check him. I think he's got to just mix it up, but ultimately have those lead to takedowns, like setups or takedowns, and just grapple him, tire him out, and then maybe submit him in the third round.
Yeah.
All right, the main event: Poirier versus Gaethje. What's the odds?
The odds is Dustin Poirier is a slight favorite, minus 150.
All right, so the first fight was 5 years ago.
So I think if it was not an elevation, I would probably pick Dustin Poirier to win.
Really?
He just seems like a better fighter, more complete. I even think like he could take Gaethje down and submit him if he wanted.
Really?
But elevation, I don't know. I think it changes it since Gaethje's used to elevation and been training in elevation.
Yeah.
I don't know how it will affect Poirier.
I think he usually has pretty good cardio, but I think Gaethje has the advantage in there because he's used to it. Like no matter what, they came out 2-3 weeks early. It's not gonna really do that much compared to someone that lives there and trains there. I think if Gaethje stays patient, picks his punches, Poirier does good when he gets them hurt and then he has them like on the fence and he just starts throwing those punches. I think if it's grappling, Gaethje just needs to get out of whatever he's in. I don't think he's gonna do a takedown and control him.
No.
But Chandler was controlling him, Poirier, until he slipped off the back and then got submitted.
Yeah, but I think his MMA grappling is a little bit better.
Gaethje just needs to, if he's gonna be in anything, just get out, explode out. Just hopefully his cardio is better and he can put the pace on. He needs to be patient, kick him, beat up his legs. That's like how he was doing in the first fights. Go to the body, go to the head. And what do you think it's going to be?
What do I think it's
Decisions?
I think it's going to be... Actually, I do think it's going to be a decision. What about you?
Yeah, I think Gaethje by decision.
Gaethje by decision?
Yeah. And you, Gaethje too?
No, Gaethje.
All right, so those are what we think. You have anything else?
I, 'cause, Let me see. No, I don't think so. Do
All right.
you?
No. So I guess we'll see what happens. Tomorrow, Saturday, July 29th, Salt Lake City, Utah, UFC 291. We'll see what happens, but those are our thoughts. Thanks.